Hey guys, Zoup here with a preview of the Dmitri Donskoi. I'm just going to give you some overall impressions without going too far into the weeds. So, Donskoi, let's see, I'll call it Donnie. There we go, I've Americanized it. So let's begin. The Tier 9 Donnie has a face that only a mother could love. Seriously, it looks like Boba Fett's Slave 1 mated with the Elephant Man, and this is the result. A ship with a very odd bulbous bridge that screams Eastern Bloc architecture. Here's some of the baseline stats from shipcomrade.com. The stock Donnie fires 180mm shells from 4 triple gun turrets. It sports a decent burn rate of 13%. You have 40,200 hit points with the A-hull, which yields a rating of 56. Top speed is 36 knots, which is pretty darn fast, putting in a destroyer speed range. Comparing it to the Tier 9 Baltimore, the Donnie starts with more hit points but has weaker max armor, less burn probability, and smaller guns. The Baltimore has 203mm guns. However, it only has 9 guns to your 12. Stock range is comparable. Baltimore only has a max speed of 32.5 knots. When you first research the Donnie and take him to battle, you're out of your element. See what I did there? Big Lebowski reference. With the stock hull and no upgrades, your 16.1 kilometer gun range means that you're outgunned by just about every ship in your own tier and most of the ships in the tier below. It's a rough start. Still, the Donnie does have some items to help its survivability. 3 to be exact. Radar, anti-aircraft, and heal consumables help to aid you just a skosh. The Russian line still seems to be a great line for destroyer hunting. The developers hinted at the line being the kryptonite to the upper tier Shimakaze and Fletcher madness. Really, it's the radar that levels the playing field. Stating that the hull of the Donnie is made of glass or paper is an understatement. A stiff breeze is likely to cripple the ship. Actually, I think one of the ship's sailors sneezed below decks and caused a citadel on it. The A-hull is weak. Keep that in mind. The stock ship will make you question life and why you grinded the line in the first place. By the time you unlock the sea hull, something changes. With carefully selected loadouts and modules, your range is boosted to 20.5 kilometers for your guns. You can reach out and touch someone. Your shells have a very good probability of starting a fire, which can be punishing to battleships of this tier that are highly susceptible to it. An interesting thing I discovered about Donnie. Your frontal armor seems to be strong, whereas your hindquarters appear to be weak and prone to rear citadels. Maybe that bulbous head is made of titanium. At any rate, I pushed on this Nagato, as I wanted to test the 8-kilometer torpedoes. I pegged away with my AP. The shots from the Nagato did very little in my crazy Ivan frontal assault. It wasn't until I started to turn away that I was wrecked. I knew this was likely to happen, and I was pretty broadside to the Nagato, so there's that. But you saw the earlier clip of the North Carolina landing shots on the ship's rear. It does have a weak rear section. Anti-aircraft is good as well, and using the consumable and concentrated AA commander skill, I could knock aircraft from the sky quickly. I was able to get the AA into the 92 out of 100 range for the ship. Not battleship strong, but with the consumable, it's more than enough to pose a significant threat to enemy aircraft. Another interesting thing about the Donnie and the other Russian cruisers is the AP. It does decent damage, but the citadel damage is fairly weak. I found this up and down the line. You'd almost be better off using HE in all but close quarters engagements. I thought I'd smoke this Pincy with my citadel hit that I landed on it, but no. Barely more damage caused than your average AP salvo. Once again, the ship is a nightmare for destroyers on account of its radar. Now you see Fletcher, now you don't. And now you see it again. Commence firing! Honestly, destroyer captains, you need to understand that you can no longer sit and smoke. At least if a Russian cruiser is in range. It does not end well. So, overall impressions of Donnie Donskoi? It's a fun ship once you get past the A-hull. Of course, that's the case with most ships. The A-hull always sucks. Decent accuracy from range when you upgrade the ship and a high likelihood of fire means you're a viable threat to any ship. Radar makes you a threat to all DDs, so this finally might be the snake to the shimmy's mongoose. There you have it, the Dmitri Donskoi in a nutshell. Do you have Russian fever yet? The cure for that is a few shots of Stolichnaya vodka. Of course, you'll likely wake up with a headache the size of Donskoi's bridge. Shoot me a follow if you enjoyed this and stay tuned for more. Zoup out.